Hello, Taurus. Welcome to the Very Virgoan channel. My name's Veronica Virgo, and I do Virgo readings, but I also do readings for you and all the other signs. So welcome. Tonight, I'm going to be reading from the Mythic Tarot deck. This is a 30-some-odd-year-old deck that I purchased. It was my very first one, and it's lovely. It's based on the Greek myths, and I won't be going specifically into the myths, but I will be reading, including the images from the cards. That made no sense, but I hope you know what I meant. I won't be strictly interpreting the Greek myths unless I just happen to recognize one off the top of my head. But the reading that I'll be doing for you tonight is for career, finance, health, love, and advice, plus a couple of pre-shuffled oracle decks and some tarot dice just to round it out. So let's get started. Let's take a look at your career here, Taurus. All right, I am seeing, oh my goodness, that is my cat Valentino. He is just kooky times. You know, they have the zoomies every once in a while, and that's what he's doing. Going to move my water before he turns it over. All right, anyway, back to your reading. 5 of Pentacles. I see that you might have just left a job, or you are going to be leaving a job very soon, Taurus. Despite the fact that it might be leaving you very high and dry. As far as money is concerned, you're looking back and you're seeing the earnings that you are leaving. But my belief is that there is more on the horizon. And the reason that I say that is you have this moon here that's shining very, very brightly to guide your way in the darkness. So I think the decision to leave this job, and even though you're worried about being in poverty or that you're going to be insecure and that you're going to have your parents help or whatever, I think that you should, I mean, it's always important to have a plan, right? Not just hang out and eat Cheetos and watch soaps and say, oh, well, I've applied for a job online, but they never call me, right? I mean, you do have to be proactive, but follow your inner guide. If you have a bite from somewhere that interests you and you feel like, well, maybe I'm not fully qualified, but I'm 3/4 qualified, apply, 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 okay? I would even say apply for 5 jobs a day if you aren't doing anything, right? It's pretty easy these days online, and especially if you have some sort of expertise. I'm wondering if some of you Tauruses work in fashion, or if you work in textiles or something like that. If that's your expertise, you should be able to find that niche and know where to go. If not, I'd get started. But even if you don't work in fashion, even if, you know, whatever it is that you do for a living, if you are leaving your job, I say keep your head up. Don't freak out and hide under the covers. Start your job search right away and be proactive and listen to your inner guide. Okay, Taurus? All right, let's see about finances since we're talking about that instability. 9 of Cups. All right, so we've got a little kind of a teenagery, cheruby angel there, toasting his love. I think that's actually Cupid and Psyche. And they are being further toasted by, I'm not sure which goddess that is. That might be Aphrodite, since she's half dressed and she's hanging out there by the water. That would be my guess. So what I'm seeing here is actually a partnership. You forming some sort of business partnership, perhaps with a female. And by the way, I am saying this in all of my readings. When I talk about male and female, I'm just talking about them as they are depicted on the cards, okay? There's all manner of genders. There's straight male, straight female, there's non-binary, there's trans. Like, I recognize all that. But I do believe that there are masculine and feminine energy. So that's more what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the characters on the card, okay? I just want you to know that I'm not coming from a binary space. All right, back to career and 9 of Cups. I think that you are about to either start a business with someone, or maybe you get hired right away and it's already a match made in heaven. And you've got someone here at excuse me, at a higher level, possibly female, who is like ready to invest, you know, ready to invest, ready to be your first client, to be a collaborator. You know, you've got an abundance of cups here, and generally cups are about emotions, but given that it's in the position of career, I think you don't have to be too worried. Okay, follow that light, and soon you're going to be on the shore, and you're going to feel renewed. You know, this guy, and I'm not saying again that it's a guy, but he looks a little older, and now we've got very nubile young folks starting anew here. So look for opportunities. Try to mingle with people in your area of expertise or an area that you want to break into, and start to look for collaborators. And most of us know, especially us earth signs, Taurus, we know in our gut when we meet the right people. If we don't have a good feeling about someone, we need to just move on. But you're going to meet some folks that you got a good gut feeling about. Oopsie. Okay, let's look at health. Oh, the Chariot. Very nice. This is actually my card for the year, and I absolutely love it because last year was absolute chaos. Starting out with the first 3 letters, I'm so glad it changed. Okay, you're the ultimate driver here. You're strong, you're powerful, you are able to guide both horses that even look like they're going in different directions, but you're going to be able to keep them on the right path. You've had a lot of experience, both good and bad. I think this is a time, if you are not already feeling strong in your person, right, in your body, and of course your physical health affects your mind, then it's time for you to start a health regime of exercise, specifically weight lifting, or like those, you see those in the gym, they have those like really heavy ropes. We earth signs tend to be of hardier stock, so I think that could be a real good workout for you for upper body strength, Taurus. If you are at all interested in horses, ride some horses. I read somewhere once it's like actually a great lower body workout because, you know, you're using your core to keep yourself on the horse, and the movement alone will give you a nice bottom. Okay, so your health is looking great. You know, you may be a little freaked out about your job, but like counter that, go bust it, go knock it out at the gym, right? Work out some of that frustration so you can be ready to charm these people, not only with your physical beauty because you've been working out, but your integrity as well, Taurus. All right, love. 4 of Pentacles. This looks like some sort of mentorship, maybe. Now, you could be either one here. Let me look at these 2 guys here. Yeah, this is the same guy. So, I do believe the bearded one is you, Taurus, and that you are going to be guiding someone in perhaps someone significantly younger than you. Now, I don't want to get creepy because this character kind of does look like a kid, and I'm not going to interpret it in that way. This is just someone who represents less knowledge, less expertise, and you are watching their craftspersonship, and you are ready to bestow riches upon them because you see what a great job they're doing, and you're just waiting for that right moment, right? You want to make sure they're confident in their skills before you shower them with abundance. But because this is in the love position, I'm wondering if through this partnership in your associations, you end up, I wouldn't necessarily advise workplace relationships, but you might be taking on an intern or someone, you know, like that you're going to be coaching or guiding, that you also might get involved with. And there's the grapes here, the sort of verdant, abundant grapes. You know, be careful of getting drunk on love with this person, because even though you want to shower them with gifts and praise them for their hard work. Remember, they're young. And, you know, I thought I knew everything when I was 22, but now that I'm on the way, way far side of that, I realize I know shit. At a much tighter bottom, not because I was riding horses, but I was young and I was very charming and I could kind of get the things that I wanted, but I didn't know what I wanted. That's the thing. Young people are here to have experiences and to figure out who they are. And it's okay if you're a part of that. But be mindful of falling too hard and storing up all this abundance that you need to, you know, start creating first of all, and getting yourself to a position of partnership and power and amazing physical health, only to give it all away. Okay? Just be mindful of that. Nothing wrong with finding a relationship or love through the work that you do, but please be careful. This kid, see, I'm already going there. This person has their back to you. Be mindful that this person may turn their back on you, okay? I'm seeing a little bit of besotted here, so I'm really trying to give you a gentle warning, Taurus. We are signs, we're very sensual, we fall hard when we fall, and we will give the sun, the moon, and the stars to the object of our adoration. And I want you to have good love, but I also want you to be careful, Taurus. Okay? Let's look at some advice outside of what I've already given you. I feel like I am just talking to like a russet-haired bearded man tonight that is a Taurus. I want you to listen specifically because you have shown up in 3 cards. We're back to strength, okay? I feel like maybe your physical game is off a little bit and you feel really good about yourself and your possibilities when you're feeling strong, when you're feeling supple, when you can flex a little bit around the ladies. There's nothing wrong with that. We like it. We just don't want you to be a knuckle dragger. And I feel like this guy right now is a little bit of a knuckle dragger. So keep it in check. He's not being nice to the kitty. He's wrestling with the kitty, okay? But the thing is it's him. You know, 99% of the battles that we have with other entities are always about ourselves. And rather than being an adversary of this cat, who may be a Leo, you know, this person may end up being a Leo. Or, you know, I don't think these people are Leos, but you might have some conflict in your life with someone who's a Leo. Make friends, okay? Earth signs and fire signs often get along really well as friends. So make friends with the big kitty. Start to pet it instead of choking it. And then the two of you can walk out here and do great things together. There's strength in numbers. You feel me? All right. So now that we've given you some advice, let's take a little looky-poo at what crystal wants you to hear its message. I mostly like crystals because they're pretty, but I also like their associations. So what do we have for you? We have apophyllite. Apophyllite. It's a white-ish stone with a little gray and black. It's lovely. It says stay positive. Sorry about the lighting. Like I said, I'm going to be building it up as I go along. It says stay positive. So what you need to do here is remember, Taurus, not to think that everything's over, because you've got partnerships, you've got physical prowess, and you've got the possibility of love coming ahead for you. So if it helps you to stop by your local crystal or occult store and ask for a piece of apophyllite, you can carry it in your pocket to remember to stay positive. Or you can just take this message. Also, Taurus, if you are a witch, an aspiring witch, or just interested in witchy things, I'm going to give you a little spell here. I'm going to interpret the image first, and then I'm going to read the spell to you. These are spell crafting cards. All right. Transformation, the butterfly. That's beautiful. So right now, it's funny, you're almost in like a pupal stage, right? You're almost like a caterpillar. But you got to go through these other things to get to the other side and become a butterfly. You got to go through the making connections, getting feeling strong, deciding what to do about a relationship, and pushing through and finding your inner strength. And then you're going to emerge absolutely transformed. You're going to be glad you left this job, Taurus. All right, let me read you the spell for transformation, and you are welcome to use this. If you want to do the spell, you can use my voice, or you can write it down, or you can just listen and think, wow, that's cool. All right, the magical meanings of the card. Your prayers are answered. A spiritual awakening changes your perception. Keep your focus positive. There we go. Stay positive. And then what it said, yep. That's crazy how this stuff overlaps. An energetic shift propels you to dizzy new heights. There you go. Study alchemy. All right, here we go. You're going to be doing it with this transformational spell. Spell incantation. Hold a piece of moldavite, so you want to get some of that too, in your hand during a waxing crescent moon on a Sunday mid-morning. Face east and say, consumed within a darkened place, challenges and fears to face, egoic sense of self now dies, let the birth of true self rise. Metamorphosis feels strange, butterflies support this change. Moldavite for high vibration assists spiritual transformation. Embrace the dark, no need for fright. The journey's end reveals new light. Look at that. Oh man, I love how this stuff comes together. Then say, gratefully, I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence. So mote it be. It's a beautiful spell. Absolutely gorgeous. I think that's my favorite one so far. But I'm kind of going through a period of transformation as well. Oh, whoop, there's one. It's just popping right out. I think it's, oh yeah, it is. It's Venus. We have Cancer. We have Gemini, and we have the number 2. Okay. So, you could have a Venus in Gemini or Cancer, and if you do, this message is particularly relevant for you. As for the 2, you could have Venus in the 2nd house. In astrology, the 2nd house, I forget, I believe that's home. You can take it, you can look it up, because I can't quite get to it quickly. But you can look that up to see what Venus in the 2nd house is. Also, you might, the people that you meet, I mean, it's not the 70s anymore. We don't walk up to people and say, what's your sign? But in getting to know them, you might ask potential business partners or potential mates what their signs are, and if they're Gemini or a Cancer, let your ears perk up just a little bit, Taurus, and say, maybe. All right, that is your reading for August. I will be back on the full moon, and I hope to see you then. So thanks very much, and see you soon, Taurus.